I smell Volvo gravy. What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. All right, so today's episode, we got a pretty fun one for you guys. We were at Mission Speedway, and we're having our first Grassroots competition of the season, actually. So I'm pretty stoked. So I figured I'd take the wagon, hop in, drive it to the track. You know, it's pretty sweet when you can daily drive a car, drive it to the track and compete in it. We're gonna see how it goes, guys. We got a lot of good drivers and a lot of good cars out here. So, you know, we're gonna see how the wagon stacks up against it. We're a little underpowered compared to some of the stuff here, and maybe a little under geared as well. The 373 in this wagon, second gear's got enough jam, but third gear is a little bit long, whereas second gear is a little bit too short for some of the bigger sweeper corners on this track. So we're gonna do what we can though, so it's still gonna be pretty fun. And I brought a couple sets of tires. I brought these right here. So these are some Cooper something or others that I had laying around in the garage, and they should be pretty grippy. So you know, I dropped the pressure down. They're a 225 wide, and yeah, that's kind of what we're working with. So the front tires are some random scrap pile stuff, not that grippy, but the camber in the front, and I'm running low tire pressure, so they should do the trick. Should be able to kind of get me around the track. So anyways, guys, hope you liked the video, and we're gonna see what we can do with Volvo wagon up against some other pretty good cars. Let's walk around the pits and check out some other competitors' cars. We got a lot of pretty sick ones out here. You guys have seen this car in some of my videos. That's my friend Clint's. He just did a 6-liter swap on it, actually. He used to have a 4.8 in it that was turboed. So he did a turbo delete and upped his displacement. And this thing jams pretty good. He basically has the same power as he did before, but way more torque, way more response now. So yeah, it's gonna be fun trying to keep up with this car, that's for sure. All right, guys, so we got my friend Daryl here. This is his Chaser, so JZX 100. What can you tell me about the car? Pretty stock, just a seat time car or what?
Yeah, other than what you see, it's basically stock.
Yeah, fair enough. Still have stock twins on it? Or single turbo? Stock single, that's right, DVTI, yeah, sorry.
I bought this car for a road trip 3 years ago.
Nice.
Now look at it.
Yeah.
It was 100% stock.
It looks good.
I had a brake. I went with the wide body because those fenders were cheaper than factory fenders.
Fair enough, yeah.
And
that makes sense.
I had to go the full deal. So.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet, man.
Thank you.
I was saying, your friend here, this car looks like it's from Ebisu. An Ebisu missile, right?
Kyle's got the
with
missile.
the back end, yeah.
Well, I mean, he saved it.
Yeah.
You know, he saved
I saw this when it was full tacoed in or whatever, yeah.
You know, it would have just ended up in a junkyard. So
yeah.
This is way better than any junkyard.
Oh, totally. Yeah, Japan, like this would be like a scrap car, right?
Yeah,
like pretty much,
exactly.
yeah. Just a throwaway old Chaser, like we're like 20 grand. Like, yeah, exactly.
We'll put a CD in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, this looks really good. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys this. So, sorry, your name's Kyle, right? Yeah. Yeah, man, so Kyle's Chaser here. As you can see, it's not right-hand drive, which is a little out of the ordinary. I guess he used a bunch of IS 300 stuff to do the whole swap over. And more or less, he basically just wanted to hold Daryl's hand in the lineup, was kind of the plan, right? Yeah. So like, when they're waiting for the drift, you guys can hold hands. And
we don't like being far apart from each other.
Yeah, fair enough. You're clicky, the Chaser guys, you know? Yeah,
exactly.
Fair enough, but you know.
Keep close, and we don't like yelling. You know,
yeah.
Strains our vocal cords.
Yeah. That's how I'm with my Volvo guys too. It's okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So we got my good friend Ben Titterly over here. You guys have seen this car if you've been watching the channel. He was at the last couple drift events with us. So it's LS1 S13. Pretty, you know, standard setup. Just good drift car essentially. That's what it is. Oh, is this a Corvette? Oh, yes. Weird. It's a Corvette. I thought it was a Nissan or something.
Being rehomed into a Nissan.
Nice. Sick. You ready to do some big old drifties, Ben?
I think so.
Nice.
I got a big oil leak though. It's
really?
sploogy.
Oh. Yeah. Ben, even my Volvo doesn't leak oil, and your S13 does?
Don't even.
Dude, my Volvo's like meant to leak oil, but it doesn't. Actually, there might be something wrong. Maybe it's because I have no oil.
Could be.
Yeah. You guys, this is my good friend Aaron Glendon, and that's his car sitting over there on that trailer. And that car has been through like, I want to say 20 plus like full crashes. And his last one was pretty bad. He bent the whole subframe and broke the diff, and like it was pretty carnagey. Carnagey, that's a word. And yeah, so he rebuilt it. He's got it all back together, and he's out here drifting with us, so pretty stoked. All right guys, so here is a very special car. This one's actually won you know, shows and that kind of thing. It was at SEMA. This is a local builder, Rod I think is his name, right sitting over there. So he runs Hot Rods Restos in somewhere locally to us here. And if you look at this car, it is just mind-blowing. So it's a Mazda R100 or an RX-3. I'm not super familiar with these cars, so don't quote me on that, but it has a 3-rotor turbo. So this is out of like a Uenos Cosmo. It's got just a ginormous turbo. This car makes 1,000 horsepower on high boost. And as you can see, it's literally like 2,000 pounds. So he's got the sequential transmission right beside him. This car is it's a showstopper, guys. Like, it's got carbon fiber everywhere. Just all the little details were really, you know, looked after, and just a mind-blowing car. My friend actually works for Rod. Jared actually went for a ride in this car. Rod took him for a ride, and he said it was just stupid fast. The really cool part is, if you look here, you'll see it's actually one wheel, but it has 2 tires on it. So it is actually one wheel with the bead welded in the middle, so you can run 2 tires on it. So it's like a 13-14 inch wide, something absolutely crazy. But yeah, man, this car is just crazy. So all right guys, so we're gonna do about 2 hours of practice. We're just gonna get familiar with the layout. All right guys, so first lap of, I've actually never tried this layout. This is just for this competition. We never do this layout at this track, so it'll be interesting. I gotta kind of figure out where I want to enter. Alright guys, so luckily just a simple fix. My my whole intake pipe came off. So we're gonna put that back on and make sure it doesn't happen again. Alright guys, my car's giving me problems when it never usually does. So the clutch, you guys remember last event, that one run, it didn't engage when I disengaged it and then went to engage it again. It actually, I had basically neutral in every gear, and then it came back after a couple seconds. It happened that run too. So alright guys, so we're doing qualifying now. Unfortunately, I only got essentially 3 practice runs before the qualifying. That's because I was having car issues, as you guys know. So I gotta dial these qualifying runs. We get 3 qualifying runs, but the first one's a practice that doesn't count. And then the last 2 count. So we gotta make them nice and clean, make sure we qualify for the comp, and then yeah, then we'll see what happens. All right guys, first qualifying run here. Well, alright guys, so the practice run went pretty good. Let's see if I can replicate that for the 2 qualifying runs. So second qualifying run, so this is the second one that counts. Let's make it count. qualifying. I actually qualified 3rd out of 16 drivers. So they ended up putting me with my good friend Brennan here. And he's in his E36 seat time car. Pretty evenly matched cars, I guess. Like, he's got similar horsepower, similar weight, similar grip kind of thing. So it should be a pretty good battle. Brennan's really talented driver, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we're gonna do our best. And unfortunately, me and Brennan got put together right off the bat, but may the best man win. Alright guys, so we made it to top 8. So I got my good friend Riley over here. We are going to be battling for the top 8 spot. This is his 1JZ Cressida. It's got like a HY35 on it, whole set. Makes pretty good power. It's a little more, definitely more power than the panel wagon, but luckily the straight on this track isn't too long before we actually enter, so a faster car can't pick up too much more speed. In this Grassroots comp, we're actually limited to a 245 millimeter tire, so it kind of evens the playing field, which is dope. It's supposed to be just a Grassroots comp, no overbuilt cars, that kind of thing, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so me and Riley are doing one more run. Our runs were close enough, so they want us to go again. And this one's going to be the one that really counts. cylinder or two. We're still gonna try to drift it. Let's see what happens.
Geared up a D cylinder.
Yeah. Fuck, man. It's a nice motor. Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure we melted this motor. I don't know how. Too much boost, too hot or something, but we're gonna see what we can do with it. All right, guys, so epic battles, top 16, top 8, and as well as top 4, or was it top 4? I don't even know. Anyways, but the battles was awesome. The one against Matt Ruzecki was really, really good. He actually got a couple tire marks on my door. But unfortunately, the old red block let us down here, guys, so I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe that I'm not running an oil cooler. The oil got too hot lapping. Maybe, you know, because it has piston oil squirters, maybe it, you know, overheated a piston and melted a piston. Maybe the head gasket blew. It's just running like a bag of shit, and there's smoke and oil and coolant coming from everywhere. So we got some work to do, guys. I thought this motor was going to be really reliable because I did the head gasket and got a nice new one and everything with super low kilometers, but yeah, we're gonna see how it goes, and we'll tear this apart, get it going again, and yeah. That was a really good first kind of competition though. This car actually, you know, compared to all the other cars, maybe it's not the best car, but it works.
Oh yeah! We love you guys.
Woo.
We love you, Colton.
Poor wagon, man.
Fucking killing us though.
She'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So unfortunately, we had some motor issues, and that's kind of what stopped us from continuing on the competition. Who knows? Aaron's a really good driver. I was supposed to be up against Aaron Glendon. Who knows how that would have went, but up until then, the car was doing so good, and I was pretty confident we were actually going to keep going, but unfortunately, I got some issues. So either too much timing, which should not be the case because I have the distributor almost dialed all the way back. I'm thinking because I deleted the oil cooler and I was hot lapping, and because this motor is a piston oil squirter motor from 1994, perhaps the oil got too hot and it actually contributed to detonation. Then I was, you know, I was on third gear on the big bank, really loading it up, high boost, low RPM, really hard on a motor. I probably should have had maybe some toluene or a higher octane fuel. I ran as high as I could from the pump, but not quite enough. So unfortunately, I might have ruined this nice squirter motor that I just spent a lot of time putting in this car, but that's kind of the name of the game, guys. This shit happens when you're drifting, and you gotta learn how to wrench on this stuff, because you're gonna be breaking it all the time. So that's basically a wrap up of the day, guys. We're gonna pack up and we're gonna head home. Next drift competition, I want to bring Miss Huff to. That car's a little more competitive. It's lighter weight. The power band of the motor just has that, you know, it revs out really good. It's really responsive. It's just a little bit more of a competitive car. So next competition, I will be bringing Miss Huff, and we're gonna see how that goes. But until then, guys, like and subscribe for sweaty Volvo tits. Peace out.